Real pretty. Aspen Glow. That's for Aspen, Colorado friends. We got a bunch of our friends that are sort of stuck on Colorado. Some people that you borrowed a song from.
Yes.
Pat and Victoria Garvey. Hoyt Axton wrote a good song about Colorado. And there's a new group called Dead Reckoning that we're very fond of.
Yeah.
Richard McEwen, Crazy Richard, wrote a song called Denver Girls.
Oh, yeah.
Nice song. But I guess there must be something about the state of Colorado that gets in people's blood.
It's awfully pretty country.
Did you know Juan Sastre?
Pardon?
Juan Sastre
No.
in Aspen?
No.
He died about 2 years ago, I guess. Just about this time, February. And he was a flamenco guitarist.
Oh, yeah.
From New Jersey. The name was originally John Schneider, which translates directly into Juan Sastre because both Sastre and Schneider mean tailor.
Is that right?
Right. And he was a beautiful guy. And he went out the limelight some years ago to play. And he fell in love with the place. He also became a fastest gun in Colorado, beat the sheriff of East Tin Cup in a fast draw contest. Anything he touched with his hands, he could do. He took a railroad flat in New York in the Garment District. In fact, right opposite the Union building, the International Ladies Garment Workers Union on 28th Street, where it was in New York. And he slowly rebuilt that thing into a pad of pads, mostly by hand. And he had a commercial pilot's license, which means he should have been brighter than to try to get up over Independence Pass with 4 people in the plane that he was flying in that weather. And it took 10 days to find the bodies.
Mm.
They never made it over the pass. And
I think that's why I heard the name then.
yeah. But he was a beautiful guy. And he loved Aspen. He moved out there and just stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be easy to do, boy.
Well, we had just a taste of it under very rigorous circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
In 1961, we got snowed in there. While I was desperately trying to write an article for Playboy on folk music to pay our way the rest of the way across the country, So we holed up in a motel room, and I got impossible, as I always do when I have to sit down and write, for about 4 days. And finally we took what was finished of the manuscript. I've done a whole comprehensive thing on the folk world, but at that time it was changing very rapidly.
Yeah.
And 2 years later it had changed almost to the point of being unrecognizable.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think it has changed very much for the best. Don't you?
Oh, yeah. I think music is really getting nice to me again.
Yeah, the whole fusion of folk, country, jazz, blues, R&B, rock, what have you, whatever it is, all of a sudden this last year, everything's tightened up, and everybody's starting to make music, and they're not afraid to be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
When it belongs to be.
Yeah.
And certainly I can say that for you. Quite frankly, when you're buried in a group, right, as you were for a while, very hard to assert your real personality. Everything's a compromise. And I would think that now you would feel like you'd just grown your wings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because there's a joyous thing about the first record, and certainly this record continues and bears it out. You sound like you're having a marvelous time.
Better than ever before, yeah.
Just singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and writing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You've heard Leaving on a Jet Plane. We play his version of it. We don't play the other one. Everybody else plays the other one by Peter, Paul, and Mound. But we don't. And He wrote that, what?
3.5 years ago. That's
And-
almost 4 now. September. 3 years ago last September.
When did they record it?
3 years ago last January and February, and it was released almost exactly 3 years ago this month. On album 1700, I think.
Yeah, album
Just about-
1700. And all of a sudden this year, VAP. How come?
Oh, it's ridiculous. I don't know. It's such a fluky thing. I do know the story behind it, though, if you're interested.
Yes, I am very interested.
There's an underground station in Denver, which I'm not familiar with, and I just met a couple of people from it. In Chicago last Tuesday or Wednesday, I was doing some interviews and stuff and met a guy at WLS-FM. And he had worked at this station, and one of his buddies had a nighttime show, was going with a girl, and she told him that he was in really big trouble with her if he didn't play that song every night. So he started doing that, and all of a sudden KIMN picked it up and started playing it, and all of a sudden it was on their top 10 or whatever, whatever they call it in Denver. And so Warner Bros. Decided to release some albums, and now I think it sold about 2 million copies. And
As a single.
yeah. Isn't that funny, though?
And you're paying your rent regular,
Oh,
right?
well,
Right.
just about. I haven't seen any of that money yet, though.
Really?
Well, it comes in through ASCAP. It comes about a year late.
Oh, you're ASCAP, not BMI.
Yeah.
BMI is the right now bunch. And ASCAP is the hang on for a little bit and you'll make a lot more bunch.
Yeah.
Right. Good for you.
Well, I'm very comfortable now. Ann and I, a lot of good things have happened in the past 3 years. I've gone through a lot of changes. When the Mitchell Trio broke up, I had quite a debt I had to pay off. And we've been living on the same amount of money for the past 3 years. Nothing has changed, And as far as all this money that they hear about, like I'm getting for the United Airlines commercial and everything, I don't want to see any of that. They can just keep that in New York and put it in the bank. And maybe one of these days, if I want to buy a house in Aspen, it's going to be a little bit easier to do. But the only thing I've done, splurged or anything since all of this happened, when I got my recording contract last year, I bought a Porsche. I like to mention that
Which
as often
one?
as possible because it just rub it in on Bob over here. I got a 911E Target. And
all the way.
yeah.
You going to get that mid-engine job for your wife's car?
No, she hasn't quite learned how to drive those yet.
Hydromatic
She's
all the
learning,
way, right?
yeah. Well, no, I'm going to get her, I think, maybe a Volvo station wagon or something. She'll dig that.
With an automatic.
No, if she can handle it, I'll put a stick in it.
You let her row, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But aside from that, like I say, our lifestyle hasn't changed at all. It's a little bit easier for us now. If when she wants to come on the road with me, I can bring her along without any qualms. Whereas before, I used to bring her along and worry about what we're going to do next month for money. But it's very loose now, and it's very comfortable, and I feel happy. And they can just keep all that and save it away for me. I don't want to see it right now.
It's a funny thing. Most people see that you've had a hit record, sold a couple $1 million, a couple million copies worth. And they think, oh boy, once you've done that, you've got it made. And they wonder how you can be in a group that's immensely successful and what have you, and come out with debts. But we have a member of our family who made a record that sold I don't know how many million, all told. It was one of the all-time big sellers. A thing called Walk Right In.
Oh, yeah.
And she was in a group. And when she left the group, in some ways we're still paying.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because traveling on the road is murderous. And unless your contracts and your business managers and what have you are very, very, very much in your favor and very competent, it can cost.
Well, it really does. These debts came out of Mitchell Trio. See, I took over the Mitchell Trio, it would be 2 years ago now. And when the last original member left the group. And for a while, we had a sort of a suit coming out of Frank Fried and Chad Mitchell's office because we weren't supposed to use the name Mitchell Trio through some old contract he had when he left the group. So a lot of funny things happened. It was mostly management and booking agencies and stuff like that, but this was a Mitchell Trio debt. It was about $40,000. And then when the group broke up a year ago last December, we'd paid off all but $11,000 of it, but that was still, I'd taken over the group, so I took over the debt, and I've paid it off now. So.
That's remarkable. Listen, you got a guitar in your hands. May I ask you if you feel like doing, well, first of all, if you like singing anything in particular.
Whatever you'd like.
No, what I would like is what you'd like.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you just sit down and you say, hey, I'd like to do this here song, and you just do it. That's all.
I can't do that without the 12 string.